This is a continuation on my earlier video log. It was interrupted by my mom. She's asking me if I would be needing anything in our dining area because she's closing our kitchen and dining room. So, this is the latest newsletter that I've got from the White House. Resolute reads, Real news President Trump doesn't want you to miss. A catastrophic media failure. The Wall Street Journal. Robert Mueller's investigation is over, but questions still abound, not about collusion, Russian interference, or obstruction of justice, but about the leading lights of journalism who managed to get the story so wrong. And for so long, Sean Davis writes, It wasn't merely an error here or there. America's blue chip journalists botched the entire story, from its birth during the presidential campaign to its final breath Sunday, and they never stopped congratulating themselves for it. I'm listening to a radio. Yeah, an old radio station back in my youth. Accountability for a dossier. The Wall Street Journal. Now that the special counsel Robert Mueller has dispatched the Russia collusion theories, the Wall Street Journal editorial board writes, one has to ask, how did the partisan propaganda known as the Steele dossier become the basis for an unprecedented FBI probe of a presidential campaign? An abuse of law enforcement, and 2 years of media and political hysteria. Its authors and promoters should be held accountable. The media's Russia bombshells. With, did you hear the music? Without a love of my own. Blue moon was there for. Anyway, the media's Russia bombshells look even worse now that Mueller found no collusion. The Daily Center, the Daily Caller. Attorney General William Barr told Congress Sunday that Special Counsel Robert Mueller did not find collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russian government, destroying 2 years of media speculations and bad reporting. Amber at Aday writes, in light of Mueller concluding his investigation, we've compiled a list of some of the worst media screw-ups in the history of Russian theories. My Tita Mina and my Lolo usually gets to make me listen to this radio station if ever the YouTube video will be able to record it. Accountability for a dossier. The Wall Street Journal. Now that Special Counsel Robert Mueller has dispatched the Russia collusion theories, the Wall Street Journal editorial board writes, one has to ask, how did the partisan propaganda known as the Steele dossier become I think I missed what I was reading earlier. Oh yeah, this. New York Post. Mueller's conclusion exposed disgrace of Obama's spy chiefs. New York Post. Of all the reputation in tatters, now that Robert Mueller has exploded the Russian collusion fantasy, Obama-era spy chiefs John Brennan and James Clapper stand out. The New York Post editorial board writes, these two weren't average citizens. They spoke with the authority of having headed federal intel operations, breaking a long-standing precedent of former top law enforcement officials steering clear of politics. Border hits breaking point in El Paso, CBP commissioner says. Fox News. The nation's top border security official said Wednesday that the border is at its breaking point during a visit to Texas, where as many as 1,000 migrants crossed into the U.S. and there are not enough agents to respond. Louis Casiano reports U.S. Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Kevin K. McAleenan said that CBP is facing an unprecedented humanitarian and border security crisis. Do you know that I keep on reading about the unprecedented word at the White House newsletter, but until now I do not know what it means. That's so funny. I'm so lazy to Google the word. Anyways. Trump's Golan decision is moral and strategic. The Wall Street Journal, the president tweeted last week that the U.S. Hill formally recognized the Golan Heights as part of Israel. The decision is strategically wise and morally important. Senator Lindsey Graham writes, Mr. Trump has been one of the most effective American leaders in strengthening the country's relationship with Israel. Trump presents posthumous Medal of Honor to Army Staff Sergeant who died saving 3 fellow soldiers. Washington Examiner. President Trump on Wednesday awarded a posthumous Congressional Medal of Honor to U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Travis W. Atkins, who heroically sacrificed his life and saved the lives of 3 fellow soldiers while fighting in Iraq in 2007. Emily Ward writes, in his final moments on Earth, Travis did not run. The president said he laid down his life to save the lives of his fellow warriors. I'm being lazy, right? Just look at my posture. I was just leaning on the wall. I mean, my back's on the wall. Tax reform is no sugar high, the Wall Street Journal. The current mantra from opponents of the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is that the strong economic growth that followed is the result of a sugar high. Are we gonna have diabetes? Representative Kevin Brady and economist Lawrence Lindsay write, these arguments reflect political and ideological wishful thinking, not a substantive analysis of what is happening in the economy. I've got a lot of newsletters from the White House, but the thing is, this is already the summary of the 1 week report from the White House. I used to have I get to view the video of President Trump like as a video where he speaks about White House in a few minutes speech, but it's in my YouTube. I don't get to check them because I have a lot of things to do. I can't even watch a replay show on the television because like I really don't have time to watch the TV. Yeah, so the radio is talking about Jesus Christ. They have a different religion, but I'm all cool about other religions, so as long as they believe in Jesus Christ. Anyways, yes, I think I have enough money for Hotel Jen on its birthday, but the thing is, I'm planning to eat at Italiani's, Shangri-La Plaza, if in case we don't get to see each other by then, cause like, I wanna try their, um, new dish. It's about spinach and cheeses. I just saw it on the internet. If not, I'll just eat at Figaro at Shangri-La Plaza Mall. You're gonna ask me why. They've got nice toilets. I cannot afford to eat at Shangri-La Hotel yet, cause before when I was younger, I always dine in at Paparazzi, but now Paparazzi is closed and they only have, you know, pasta or Italian menu at the lobby lounge. As far as I know, because I haven't visited Shangri-La Hotel since 2014. Okay. Meantime, I would like to say goodnight because like it's getting really late and I cannot hear noises anymore on the outside of our house. Nakikisama na to make ingay too. So anyways, bye!